like, I think at some point in my life, like everything that everybody had just didn't appeal to me. And this is like everything that probably would quantify success nowadays. Whether it actually is true success, but I'm just saying, like, the perception is that there's certain things, there's certain boxes that you tick, to qualify. Now, good to, you're an artist, the standard of CD launches is here, the standard of concerts is here, the standard of living is here, the standard of, and it was just like, even at the bottom, with like the bottom, where like, it's like, shit is whack, shit is not nice, music, everybody wants this other shit. I'm not really trying to do this other shit. I'm trying to do endurance. I'm trying to encourage people to believe in themselves or whatever, But it was still the same. It was just like, but why? Why? When you don't feel excited about something to a point where you start thinking you're jealous.
Yeah, you're a hater.
You're thinking you're a hater. Like, yo, man, why are you not excited about this,
Yeah.
And then and then only when like those so-called accolades, or like you wake up one day and you hear Sway bumping your shit, and then you've got everybody reacting to that perception as, a box that's also ticked in the caliber of, okay, so he's doing well.
Yeah.
He's doing well, okay. He's alright. Actually. His career's not that bad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But then, meanwhile, this whole time I'm chilling there thinking, damn, man, I would die to hear T-Bo Touch talk about my record like this, dog. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather, like, I fucks with Sway, he's cool, he's whatever, but like, to me, I put the song out for a guy to talk about shit like that. Like, that's why the song is out, for you to hear it, even if it's the States, even if you're the biggest DJ in the world. But it's like, when the song left the studio and it was packaged, the idea was, yo, man, should it hit those areas, it can burn. You know what I mean? If it lands in Europe, it can burn. If it lands in India, it can burn. If it lands in Nigeria, it can burn. You know what I mean? So people will always turn around and be like, dog, you did it. Be like, did you hear the nigga? Like, they had a whole conversation. They what? And I'm like, yeah, it was nice. It was cool. It's nice. But it really, it doesn't pay for school fees though.
Yeah.
That's not really. I don't know if I want to go that far to pay for my school fees. But if Touch said that, I'm liable to get a call from Fed Cook and Mahuta to say, come perform at our gig. If Touch says that, I'm liable to get a call from even 5FM to come perform at 5 at Live, because that shit fucking means a lot to me. That shit is like, fuck, man, if I can hit 20,000 people, in one place in South Africa, it's building towards facing 20,000 people, foreign faces, in the future. You know what I mean? Facing DJs or hearing a DJ talk about my record, that's cool. That's nice, but if only it was Motsweding FM.
You feel that then the switch thing was literally like, it's like you skip a couple of steps, a key vital steps that you feel your career should literally like take, and you got to like sort of like sort of the perceived highest peak right now from a radio perspective.
Right.
But you hadn't done your steps at home. You haven't completed
you feel what I'm saying? You know what it was like? It's almost like the parent next door who found out that the kid next door did well in maths, did better than the kid in that household in maths, right? And I feel like that kid is being told, yo, man, why don't I find no Caesar next door? You know what I mean? Like, I was Caesar up next door, but busy, they're investing time in themselves or whatever, ne? But I mean, next door, bang nyela ngokuthi ngiphasimetse kuphela.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, or I get shat on because, yo, you only passed maths. You know what I mean? So to me, it was almost like, fuck, man. There will always be, in someone else's eyes, there will always be another step you have to take. In someone else's eyes. That's my reality. Like, there will always be another box that you have to tick to be perceived as the utmost success. So I can sit here and say, yo, this website is fucking successful. Because I know a couple of things. But someone else could be chilling there saying, yeah, but there's still a video that hasn't hit 1 million views. So, you know.
They levels.
So there's levels to this thing, you know, until he gets 1 million views or he gets, you know what I'm saying? It's like someone would look at that and say, oh, yeah, you know. But omunye umuntu ngara next door ukutshela ukuthi mfana mara ngara every download gets you like a rand.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just got to that point where I started realizing like what I always wanted to be as a kid, you know. I was really surprised and freaked out when I read Ifani's tweets the other day. We were saying, you know, being authentic is in again, you know. And his whole argument was that, you know, growing up we always wanted to be someone else. We always wanted to live someone else's dreams, and these kids don't. You know, these kids eventually are gonna want to be themselves, or they're gonna want to, you know. And it's like, it's shocking to me, you know, because it's. Then I asked myself, like, you know, where is the benchmark of evolution ever in life? You know, do we like create benchmarks for evolution, or do we actually take inspiration from what exists to improve or to do better or to enhance, you know what I mean, or to make greater news, or maybe to even own and transform it, you know what I mean? But I believe that it's impossible to think that anybody right now who's a young kid has no point of reference in terms of a hero that they can identify and be like, yo man, I'd love to be like that guy. But in their heads, it's always better. You know what I mean? It's always bigger. It's always enhanced. The question is, it's just like when I get there, it's like, you know, Jay-Z had a clothing label. Am I out here struggling about having a clothing label because Jay-Z had a clothing label? Or am I out here trying to be like, yo, I just want to have my own brand, whether it's shoelaces or toothbrushes or whatever. But that guy showed me that I can have my own brand. And back then it was just clothes. But now it can be a website.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Look, I mean, I think where we are, the reason why, like, and I don't like using the word in because I hate things that are in.
Right.
You know, I like just being, because I'm in the world.
Yeah.
So shit, I'm in.
You know? I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in the world, so I'm in.
Yeah.
So the fact that I'm physically in, mentally, where do I put myself in that?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I feel that, like, you know, we put ourselves where we need to be because you're already in.
Right.
You're already experiencing the same air I'm in. You're already experiencing the same, this view, whatever. Well, you're literally in. But how are you using your in? You know, and that literally becomes like your equity when you move forward. That
Right.
becomes like what you go trade in the world.
Right.
Because how many kids are born in Baragwan? They ain't special. How many kids are born in Natal Spruit? They ain't special. So many of them every day. But then what they do with their birth, that's what makes them special.
Yeah.
And that's what life is every day and every morning. It's like, what do you do with it? You already in, you woke up. Someone ain't gonna wake up. Millions of us awake. But then immediately when you're just present, then you like everyone else. Everyone else is present. The guys, they're working at the golf park. You know, everyone else is present.
Yeah.
You know, so those things are the things I think that that literally that we need to kind of also establishing. It's one thing to know them. It's powerful to do them. So you see all this theory that you have it.
Yeah. But what's the application?
And that's the thing. That's why you get frustrated. That's why you don't feel anything is impressive. That's why you can look around you and you can go, I can see that guy, but you know, because literally you got all the theory, but you're not practicing it to get you right
but
there.
no practical.
And the practical brings you in because I always use this analogy that, like, the apple tree is not trying to be the banana. The banana tree is not trying to be like an apple tree. They being what they need to be. The problem with us is that we are trying to be what we're not. We are trying to be. So who are you? Imagine an apple tree going, okay, I'm tired of pushing out lemons. Who the hell am I then? And it literally makes time with itself in this world. And it goes, okay, now we're coming with the apples. Even the leaves are correct. And that's really that's the problem. This is the intelligence of man, the most intelligent species that works against us. We're too smart that like we actually lose who we are really.
It would just be scarier when the apple tree is forced to create apples faster than it normally would, or juiced up apples, or
Well, I mean, also it'll
climate-induced apples, or
but you see, if the apple tree is doing what it needs to do, it just has to come in one season. It don't have to be season. It doesn't have to be the reason season for 12 months.
You can relax. You can relax and just show up when we need you.
That's it.
Instead of showing up every day.
Exactly. So I mean, it's that when it comes with the impact it comes with.
Yeah.
Then it goes back, and people wait for it. We can't wait for that season. And that's the nature of things. How could we even question the nature of things?